Okay, so this is Israel Adesanya's last chance to, let's say, compete at the highest level and have a potential to fight for the title again. Against a guy in Amavov who has the skills to be champ himself, a good fighter. His only loss in years has been to Sean Strickland, and we saw what Sean Strickland went on to do. Since then he had a 3-fight win streak, Roman Dolidze, Jared Cannonier, a bit of a weird finish there, of course, and Brendan Allen. Can Israel Adesanya beat him? I'm not sure, and I'll get into that, but look, I'm not a fan of Adesanya's personality. He's a bit corny, and that's okay. Nigerians have that personality where it can come out as corny. They're very proud, let's say, but not in ways we're used to. If that makes sense. It's not my cup of tea anyway. But that's okay, some fighters are like Marmite, you love them or you hate them, but it's better for fighters to have a reaction rather than no reaction, and Adesanya achieved that with flying colours. That's why he got all the wealth and fame you'd ever realistically need. But as a fighter, he's one of my favourites. My heart was beating out my chest when he fought Jared Cannonier, and a lot of people found that a boring fight. He's a guy where I watched this come up all the way back in 2018, 2019 now, and he had such an interesting style. So it will suck to see him lose. And why aren't I bullish on him winning? I was watching a clip a while ago of Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker 1, where Robert leaped in and Israel bent his back all the way to clip him with hooks, dropped him and did it again. Second round KO. That was a move or sequence that I don't think we've saw in combat sports. It was so unique. He's breaking all the rules of striking and making it work. Then against Costa, Paulo Costa froze up in that fight. And you saw why, because as soon as he threw a jab, Izzy pulled back and knocked him out straight away, with the fist barely grazed in the back of his skull. And we know how amazing Paulo Costa's punch resistance is. To knock him silly with a grazing blow, that's pure technique and timing on another level. And then compare that with Dricus du Plessis. Dricus was lunging in with big shots, falling off balance, and Israel Adesanya couldn't do it anymore. Simple as that. Whether his reaction time has slowed or injuries has piled up, doesn't have that flexibility in his back anymore, it could be a number of things, but he just couldn't do it. So we have to factor in, this isn't the same Israel Adesanya who could pull off amazing feats of athleticism against a guy who's very athletic and fast in Amavov, who has slick defense that can fight in or outside the pocket. Israel can't really fight in the pocket anymore. He relied on being able to bend his back all the way and catch you with a weird hook. He doesn't seem to have that, as we would have saw it against Dricus. The footwork ain't there either, he looks slowed, we don't see the fancy kicks anymore, he mainly just boxes and he's subpar at boxing. I also think Israel lacks aggression. That's something that happens over time with veterans. Some people say it's losing the hunger or they don't love the sport, but either way they become too technical and don't feel the need to bite down on the mouthguard. And we've saw that a lot with Israel. Like the last 10 seconds of the Sean Strickland fight, where Sean was yelling and coming forward, Israel just backed up and wasn't willing to try and win. I think a younger man with less money in the bank would at least try to throw a head kick. Now we've seen some flashes of it, but it's only the guys he had major beef with in Dricus and Alex. Maybe something kicks off with Amavov, we'll see. If Amavov just fights in spurts and playing from the outside, then bursting in with big punches on the inside, while Adesanya plays a low volume jab, left kick, it could be a smooth decision in my opinion. For him to win though, I'd like to see lots of kicks from Izzy, body kicks, head kicks. He did mention a leg injury, so maybe that's not an option, but he can't just play the jab game anymore. But put some traffic there so Amavov can't just come inside as he pleases and play the bully. Some body shots would be cool. Amavov mainly raises his backhand to his head and glues it there, so there's some openings and attempt to make him drop that hand. Like hitting the body a few times, feinting low and coming over the top. Maybe even a question mark kick to come over the top, because while Amavov does keep that backhand glued to his head, he drops the lead hand, kind of like a Philly shell. A modified Philly shell, some would say. A knockout would be hard. Amavov has a great chin, but what he truly can't do is go in there with the mindset of when guys were scared to throw a punch against Adesanya. People aren't scared of Izzy anymore. They're willing to come in and throw down. So Israel can't just throw a few jabs and leg kicks, then win the round anymore. He's going to need to raise the activity and get to fighting a bit. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments.